On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
What's that? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell.
Check.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the pass complete to Enunwa. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Danny. Hey, switch gears. Lady. Check 99. Check 99. Check 24. Check 24.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen.
Here we go.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Found his target. It's Anderson. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 33 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Letting one go deep for a new. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He was looking for a new one there.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Now, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. 53's the mark. Hey, exit. Check 53. We go.
Allen now to throw again. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you
and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Come on, Come on, 49. Not today, you won't. Not today.
Darnold from the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel.
Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Allen now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Allen. And the grab by Croft. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Allen now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Allen's pass intended for Matt Breida, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen throwing again. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, out of the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The throw over the middle taken in. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play here for Buffalo. 62 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Darnold completes it. And some room to work. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
Hey, Charlie.
49.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Darnold, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Let's get it. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 53.
Got you, go.
They run again with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Mike,
Brown 80.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Bell. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a Nunwa. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Brown. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We're going to sign 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. All day, baby, all day. Slam, slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9.
49's the Mike. Watch 49.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll head out of bounds. Inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Cole Beasley. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Check.
Hey,
Mike.
tight.
53's Mike. Hey, watch the slick.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? To throw, it's Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
49.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell.
Go, 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 run.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey,
53 is the mic.
watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch that.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A gain of 12 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
Hey, get away.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going back to you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Bryant tacks on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got to get...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Buffalo, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.